Hello and welcome to another instalment of Geek of the Week. My name is Dave Hext, I'm the principal percussionist of the Halle Orchestra, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the snare drum or the side drum. Now, its origins are as a military instrument to keep armies marching in time. Now, when there were very few people in the army, they could all hear the drum quite clearly. But then as more people joined the army, it was very hard for everyone to hear the drum, and therefore some people would get out of step. So therefore someone had the bright idea of putting some snares on the bottom head, and it gave it its distinctive sound, which is much easier to hear from a distance. The reason that they're called snares is because originally they were made of gut from an animal trap, an animal snare. Now, the reason it's also called a side drum is because to march along with one of these drums, it needed to be on this angle. It was very hard to march along with it when it was flat. So therefore you need a special technique. It's what we call the traditional grip to hold the sticks. Otherwise, if you held them both the same, you'd be at an odd angle. So we have the sticks like this, the left hand holding the stick like that and the right hand in an ordinary way. So that's how I play the drum. Not many people play the drum like that these days. A lot of people have the drum flat in orchestras and they do what's called a match grip. Very little difference in the sound, to be honest, but I was taught this way. My original teacher, a lovely man called Fred Austin, taught me to play that way. He was a military man, and as far as he was concerned, there was no other way to play, so that was the way I learned, and I just love playing that way. It just feels good to me, and it looks good. That's the most important thing. Now, a question I'm asked quite a lot by people about the snare drum is what this little hole is for at the side. Now, to be honest, it's quite redundant these days, but when people used to have animal skins on the drums, to stop the skin drying out, you'd put a little bit of damp cloth in there just to give a bit of moisture and to stop the skin from breaking. These days, most people have plastic skins. I like to use calf skins in the orchestra because I think the sound is better and also it just feels a lot better to play. Something else you might see us doing as well is just placing something on the skin of the drum. Now what that does is takes away some of the resonance of the skin. You can hear that's quite ringy, so I'll just get something small like a box of chewing gum, place it on the skin, and the sound is a bit more crisp. You can get special dampers for snare drums from shops, but to be honest, why waste your money when a box of chewing gum will do the job just nicely. So there's a few facts about the snare drum. Hope you've enjoyed Geek of the Week.